Something's different.
Oh, hi, Imogen. Something's different. You're sober. Hi, everyone. This is Angel Arts, and it is immediately the next morning because I stayed up way too late watching the first 3 episodes of the show, thinking I was going to sleep in and get more sleep, but I couldn't fully sleep. My body woke up and was like, no, we need to watch another episode, quickly. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just squeeze in. Fortunately, these episodes are not super long, so I can squeeze in another episode before I officially start my day. But what a way to start your day, right? So let's get right into it. Look at them.
I'm sorry for not texting.
Oh, that's what he was...
I just wanted to talk in person.
Yes! Oh. These are such good signs. All of these are really good signs. I don't know, but I've just been so jaded by all of these storylines where you've got the person who is relatively out of the closet, falling in love or having a crush on the other guy who is still pretty new and fresh and not quite ready, or just in general, everything is just happening for the first time for them, and that person, the allegedly straight character, kind of pulls away from them and avoids them while they're trying to figure things out, which again, that is also really realistic and understandable when they're still kind of navigating through their sexuality. But here, like, Nick is not doing that at all. Like, yeah, he didn't text him immediately, but the fact that he still wanted to talk to Charlie, he wasn't trying to have this specific time of space, like giving each other some space, which the vast majority of LGBTQ plus storylines tend to do initially, because it's for the drama. I mean, part of it is because it is realistic, and part of it is because of the drama. But no, he came back and was like, I want to talk in person. These are all extremely good signs that these two are going to have a very stable and solid relationship, because communication is so important. Like, probably one of the most important things in any stable relationship is communication.
Did you forget a coat? Oh.
He didn't even think about putting on a coat.
Yeah, I didn't check the weather.
He just wanted to see him the first thing in the morning. Bring your boyfriend with you.
To my room.
Not that they're officially boyfriends yet, but, just saying. He's fixing his hair. Yeah, he's so nervous. There's a dude with a wet t-shirt in my house, in my room.
So sorry, I didn't think properly about what I was doing, and it was a stupid thing to do, and I don't want you to feel awkward about it because it was all my fault.
Charlie, hang on.
I shouldn't have kissed you. I just felt pressured to do it because I asked, and I know you probably don't want to talk to me ever again, but I at least had to say sorry. See if maybe there's a chance we can still be friends.
Charlie.
I didn't want to lose you because I did something stupid. Charlie.
This is so sweet. He doesn't care. I love how selfless they both are, right? He probably felt amazing kissing him, but at the same time he was too busy feeling guilty.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have to say sorry. That's what you said in episode 1. You don't have to say sorry.
I'm just so sorry I ran away last night. I'm having a proper full-on gay crisis. I was just so confused.
They're so honest. They're so honest with each other.
So confused.
Nick is not afraid to be vulnerable with him. This is so important. They're doing everything right. The show is doing everything right. They're just... It's such an interesting contrast, the relationship that Charlie has with Nick versus the relationship he had with Ben. Because the whole point about Ben is that Ben was only thinking about himself and not really taking in consideration Charlie's feelings. And here, even though I'm sure kissing Nick must have felt incredible for Charlie, he was still, at the end of the day, Charlie was not thinking about himself and his feelings. He was so much more worried and upset about Nick's feelings or his possible feelings, and was apologizing because he didn't want to pressure Nick or put Nick in an awkward and uncomfortable situation. And again, he didn't want to destroy this beautiful friendship with Nick. And so it just melts my heart how selfless Charlie is, and really how selfless Nick is too, because they both, unlike Ben, they both are 100% not only taking each other's feelings into consideration, but they're putting that before their own, which is like textbook, like a definition of how much you really do love a person, is when you're putting your own needs, wants, feelings behind their own, putting their feelings and wants and needs before your own. It's just beautiful.
Keep this a secret.
He knows.
Yeah.
He understands, which is great. I think that, again, the difference is, I don't think him and Ben ever had this conversation, really, about keeping it a secret. I think they never defined what the boundaries were, what the rules were. And here they did, which is important for something like this. And Charlie has to be patient, because it's, again, he totally gets it. This is a really, really challenging for him. But I promise you, his patience will be rewarded. It's an investment. Oh! Hug him already.
Did I forget something?
Just hug him. Oh! I love Nick's umbrella. Notice that the blue part is over him and the yellow part is over Charlie. That's gotta be purposeful. This is such a great representation of what it's like having like a first crush, first love.
Something's different.
Oh, hi, Imogen. Something's different. You're sober.
No, you
I don't blame her. She's so flirty,
Don't
but I don't
worry,
blame
I'm
her.
behind.
She has a thing about touching people and not respecting their bubble. I guarantee you, if Imogen was a boy and he was a girl, I guarantee you there would be issues. But the fact that she's a girl, she thinks she can get away with it, which is not the right attitude to have, in my opinion. Sexual harassment goes both ways, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Sexual harassment can certainly come from a girl to a boy. He looks so happy. They both look so happy. Even though they're keeping things a secret, it's fine.
Hi.
They're saying hi. It's like they're saying hi to each other for the very first time, but at a new level. Like the next Super Saiyan level of the relationship. Yay, we're back to Tara and Elle and Darcy. Oh.
Hi. Hi.
We're just finally taking the opportunity to kiss as much as possible.
No, we're not.
Good for you, girls. Good for you, ladies. I approve. I love their friendship, too. Everything that's going on in Elle's side, I'm always a fan of. I miss you. Okay, you know, this little side thing going on with her and Tao, I also think is adorable. And I feel like they complement each other very well, too.
There's a boy in there waiting for you.
There's a boy.
I joined the rugby team.
Of course you did.
This teacher's like, he knows what's what. He knows.
Clearly, I need to be here to get tips on how to be good at rugby.
Oh.
Good excuse.
My friends are nothing like you.
I love that he recognizes that.
You're nothing like him. This is completely different.
It is. And again, I like how Nick was worried that that he was being a Ben, because he totally does not like Ben. So it's so cool. Again, you can just see how much they really truly care about each other and each other's feelings and each other's boundaries. So important.
You've really got to commit to it, okay? Try not to worry about getting hurt and just throw yourself into it.
Oh,
Okay. It's all about confidence.
clever.
A lot of gay people are good at sports, Charlie.
Yes, a lot of gay people are good at sports. Guess what? A ton of straight people are not good at sports. Guess what? A ton of them. I swear, the soundtrack of this show is just on point. That's right. Just pretend that it's Nick. Just pretend it's Nick and just go for it. Just tackle him to the ground. The man needs some motivation, right? I think part of him wants to do this for Nick, but I'd like to believe that part of him is doing this for himself too, for his own personal self-confidence and like self-validation almost. Not that he has to validate himself to anyone else, but validating himself to himself.
Maybe you're a lesbian and you have no idea.
It's possible.
All right, fine. I was just asking.
Oh, okay.
You and Nick Nelson are together?
Yeah.
Look, we look cute together.
Yeah, that's convincing.
So you and Nick are definitely not.
I'm a lesbian.
Okay.
My goodness. This girl is such a piece of work.
I'm not like homophobic. I'm an ally.
Yeah, but you're like inappropriate. That's what you are. Wow, she's very clueless. Somebody needs to educate her. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's a very insecure, very typical insecure high schooler that needs some serious education and awareness and manners.
Charlie's putting himself in danger just because he has a little unrequited crush.
I don't think it's just a crush. Tao, you can't paint all of the rugby guys with the same brush. Just like the rugby guys shouldn't be painting all of you nerds with the same brush either. Tao's got issues. And the thing is, he's targeting Nick because he's an easy target. Unlike the other boys. He knows he can get away with hitting Nick. And I think Nick's just taking it. And plus, Tao is jealous. Like, let's be real here. He is jealous. And he feels like he's losing a friend, which is understandable.
Not gonna flake out today, are you, Charlie?
Oh, it's Harry.
Counting on
Charlie! My guy? You and Nick Nelson are looking suspiciously coupley. Well, friends as in friends or friends as in friends?
Darcy knows what's what. Oh boy. I mean, I have to give it to Imogen. She is persistent. But that persistence, man. Fine line between persistence and sexual harassment. Elle's like, say what? I'm really curious about how this game is going to play out.
Does anyone remember the rules of rugby? Because I don't.
I'm guessing they're not doing well. As someone who also don't know the rules about rugby either, I'm guessing they're not doing so well. So it feels similar to American football.
Next thing you know, Charlie will be bringing the whole rugby team to our film night to making us watch Avengers or something.
Yeah, is that your nightmare scenario?
I didn't come here and risk seeing all the Turin boys who used to pick on me just for you to tell me your friendship group's falling apart.
Yeah. Elle needs to put Tao in his place. I can't be angry at Tao because I understand where he's coming from. As someone who's been bullied, I get it. I don't condone it, but I get it. Oh!
Charlie!
He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. Nick wants to go to him, Charlie, and like comfort him, but he's like so torn because he doesn't want to be seen as being. It's so hard. Everyone's watching him. What is he gonna do? Okay. Yeah, it's hard. He wanted to just give him a hug, but he just couldn't. He's gonna apologize to him for not coming to him physically before. I think he can forgive him for that. Isaac.
Interrupting, but Miss
Antiseptic wipes.
Isaac is so on board this trade too. He ships them so hard. And I love it. Isaac, you're amazing. I like you, Isaac. My boys, it hurts so much to see them upset.
Charlie's not going to give up on Nick Nelson, is he?
Highly doubt it.
Maybe we should just stop getting involved.
Speaking of clingy, that's the thing. It's interesting that we're talking about clinginess, and Tao is very clingy right now, but I understand why.
You did so good.
He did so well.
I
Oh, great.
wanted to ask you if... Like, this is really random. But maybe we could, like, go out
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
together.
What is he gonna do?
Date. Or something.
So much peer pressure. Pressure like a drip, drip, drip that'll never stop.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess so, sure.
peer pressure. I'm wondering how Charlie feels about that. Oh, those two. Oh, peppy music playing. I mean, Nick's not perfect. Nick up to this point has done everything perfectly right. So I can't. It's hard for me to just completely, wail on him for that, because he has to have his flaws. He can't do everything perfectly right all the time. I mean, he could, but that would just be unrealistic. And honestly, I like characters better when they're not always perfect all the time, but at least they learn from things and they get there. So that was very, I enjoyed that episode. Of the 4, it's my least favorite of the 4, and it's not because of what happened at the end. I think everything building up in the first 3, there were just so many amazing moments, and of course there was so many amazing moments here, but you can start feeling like the turbulence, which is what's really natural, especially in a show like this. A little bit more of the familiar turbulence that I'm kind of used to from other gays are starting to crop up in this part of the show, but that's not bad, because in the grand scheme of things, the show is still far better than the vast majority of LGBTQ plus like storylines that I've seen. So I can let things like this slide. But I definitely, we're halfway done. We're halfway done through the series, through the season, I mean. And of course, I'm hungry to find out what's next. So, thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other.